Welcome back. And just before we continue our discussion on the APC Congress that will be taking place tomorrow, let's quickly get in some input from Kano State, where we understand that about 1,000 women in Kano State, northwest of Nigeria, will benefit from the state government's free breast cancer screening program and the newly launched contributory healthcare scheme. During the grand launch of the Access to Care for enrollment for the 44 local government areas of the state, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje confirmed this to government, that his government has also inaugurated Broad of Kush, Ket Fund, of course, and FIMA, as well as Wellness and Wills program for everyone. Our channel's television correspondent in Kano State, Idris Jibrin, reports.
Without doubt, healthcare at the national and state level is a capital-intensive project that requires a sustainable means of funding. In a state like Kano, northwest Nigeria, out-of-pocket expenses to access healthcare remains a huge challenge to the majority who cannot afford it. Based on the concept of universal health coverage, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje signed the Kano State Contributory Healthcare Bill in August 2016 with a take-off grant of 250 million naira.
In order to reduce the prevalence of people going abroad for medical attention, people going to India, China, Europe, America, many other, and even some African countries. We want to reduce that because Nigeria is the biggest country in Africa. Nigeria must be the strongest country in Africa, and Nigeria must be the focal point of Africa. And we believe by providing this edifice, we are heading to that.
Members of the board have the mandate to ensure easy access to healthcare services by Kano residents, generate funds to assist in those who cannot afford hospital bills, and more importantly, to work with the Federal Ministry of Health in areas for intervention that the states may not be able to handle.
When I came here, I made some recommendations, and you listened and you acted to those recommendations. So I want to thank you. It's also important to put it in public perspective that these facilities must be operated on a different platform. We cannot run it as we do other facilities. I advise, and I'm saying it publicly for the benefit of my brother, the chairman of NLC, that this facility must be run by an independent board.
It was an opportunity to show what is going on behind the scenes as the Emir of Kano, Muhammad Sanusi II, unveils a free breast cancer screening program for 1,000 women across 44 local government areas of Kano State.
When you look at breast cancer testing for the poor, you have to acknowledge that these programs go to the heart of the principal healthcare challenges that we face.
The state government also formally launched the Access to Care scheme for those enrolling in the state's contributory healthcare program. Idris Jibrin, Channels Television News.
All right, now let's focus on the APC National Convention. Haladu Muhammad is the member of the APC from Adamawa State, playing a key role in Saturday's APC National Convention in Abuja. He joins me from our Abuja studios. I want to thank you so much indeed for coming on State of the Nation. Let's analyze this further. All seems set for the Congress. One grey area, however, is that persistent bite the NPDP is giving your party. Is the NPDP a headache for the APC?
Well, let me just start it by saying so far so good. You know, we said, let's call it an internal democracy. And virtually in every internal democracy, you have hitches here and there, which you cannot rule that out. But so far so good. The new PDP, or whatever they call themselves, I believe they are not a threat to the convention, which is going to hold tomorrow, God willing.
So what implication lies for the APC with the refusal of the President Muhammadu Buhari to meet with the NPDP group? There are fears that the group will boycott the convention. Are you confident, as you said, that nothing's going to happen on Saturday?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's party affairs, and the president is the president of the Republic of Nigeria. He speaks on behalf of all Nigerians, irrespective of party affiliation, irrespective of religion or ethnicity. So when we are talking about party affair or internal democracy within the party, the president doesn't have a mandate to do that. It is a party affairs which the party need to sort out itself within internally. That is, we call it internal democracy. So I believe by the president being denied them access or to intervene, I think that's very fair to him. If we want to be very fair to him, he did a very nice decision. And I can also applaud him for taking such a decision.
Now, let's look at these statistics now. Well, 164 candidates have been screened to contest, including your humble self, for you were trying to get to that position of #1 seat in Adamawa State. At that meeting that happened with the 24 APC governors in Abuja just 2 days back, governors were themselves concerned that aspirants who do not have the presidential backing for their bid could protest at the convention ground. Is this very likely?
Well, yeah, but you know, you cannot rule out everything. Everything is possible, especially in politics. And let me take Nigeria in a context. It's very, very possible. But don't forget, for such a gathering, especially a mega party or the giant, let's say, as a ruling party, definitely there's going to be a hitches here and there. For example, now the so-called new PDP, which are integral part of the APC, decided to create one or two things there. But so far, so good. Whatever everybody is trying to see that he wins. And definitely in every democracy or in every election, there's always a winner and there's always a loser. And it's natural for somebody to feel like he's going to lose, for him to feel aggrieved. It's natural. We are all human beings. We know such a thing happens. But as far as I'm concerned, so far so good. All arrangements are in place, and we are hoping that those that are credible, those that are competent enough, will win the election. For example, in my own state, let me give an example. Sorry to call a name. I know the person vying for the office of Deputy National Chairman in the name of Bappo Ojiri. He's a person that I know for a long time that has suffered for that party for a long time. He gave out everything he had for this party. And we are looking for people that are competent enough, people that are capable, that can be able to bring the party together, irrespective of religion or ethnicity, to make sure that this party forge ahead and win the election 2019. That's our prayer.
Now, just in wrapping this up, does the APC not fear that by conducting this national convention, it will be signing a death sentence on itself? Why? Because of the controversies that were thrown up in the previous congresses held across the country at the wards, local government and state levels. What are your thoughts?
That's what I'm telling you. It's always it's an internal democracy, and it's natural for every human being. Definitely there's going to be a winner and a loser. And it's natural for a loser to feel aggrieved. You understand? So, and that's why for this national convention, it's going to be a stepping stone for APC. Because the national leadership of the APC in Abuja will make sure that all those petitions, all these here and there crises that happened in the states and local government will be taken care of by harmonizing everybody, bringing everybody on board, and creating a committee that will make sure that they give a listening ears to both parties.
I get a sense of that. Unfortunately, that's the point that we're going to have to let it rest. I want to thank you so much indeed, Haladu Muhammad, and whatever it is that you're running for at the convention, and also to your partner, Waziri Bappa, and the rest of them. Thank you so much indeed for being a part of State of the Nation at this point. And to everyone watching, that's the show. I am Gimba Umar, and this is State of the Nation.